Good evening, Saurav.
Good evening, Renu. My voice is audible, right?
Yes, it's good.
Yes. Can you help me with one thing? Can you just tell me the evaluator names? I'll just quickly finish the editing of the poll.
Okay,
Uh, I'll just.
okay.
Yeah, just pull up the agenda.
Yeah, I can tell you that I remember, like, I have it opened right in front.
Hey, tell me.
Okay, the first is Sunil Gupta. Second is Chitrangana Singh. Third is Sachin Jaiswal.
One second. Huh? Sachin Jaiswal.
Yeah, and
Okay.
last is Samita.
Now, main rule takers.
Hmm. Their TMOD is Priya Singh.
TMOD is Priya Singh.
TTM yourself.
And G is Prapurna.
Yes, Prapurna.
AVLS and
Hmm.
TM. Okay, next.
The auxiliary role takers.
Uh, First, can we do the speaker?
Okay, sure. First is Jay Parikh.
What is Jay's
Path.
uh, Jay spelling?
Jay. Jay Parikh, Parikh.
Jay Parikh, and the second one is
Second is Sanjay Gupta.
no icebreakers
No,
speaker.
no, 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 no icebreakers.
Favorite speaker. One second. Give me 1 second. I'm just. Yeah, this is done. Now auxiliary role takers. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the timer is Renu Kaushal,
Uh,
language evaluator.
1 second. Question. Uh, a language evaluator is
Shri Harsha.
okay.
Listener is Pratibho Karmakar.
ओके वी आर गुड सिर्फ ये करना है वो हम उस टाइम में
TT
कर
का TT
टीटी
है ना?
का वो हाँ वो
ठीक
उस टाइम में कर लेंगे
है, right. Now
ठीक
we
है
are having the same yin yang style, right? TT.
कोई मतलब डिबेट ना
Hmm. Pros and cons.
आई थिंक ये जो चार इवेल्युएटर्स है ना दो दो इवेल्युएटर्स
Mm-hmm.
हम बीच में आई वाज हियरिंग कि वन विल स्पीक ऑन डिलीवरी वन विल स्पीक ऑन कंटेंट आई डोंट
Hmm.
थिंक वी शुड डू इट लाइक दैट
Hmm.
let them talk about delivery or content whatever they feel like.
Hmm.
Just that the second evaluator should not repeat the points from the first evaluator.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. That's how we should do it. Why? Because that is what is to make it more challenging.
Hmm.
I know people like Bindu and all, they're not very happy with it. वो मुझे भी दो
Hmm.
तीन बार बोल चुकी है. But
Hmm.
it's okay. I mean, we can't always make everyone happy.
Right, right.
Why am I saying this is because I somewhere feel that that will make them much more sharper in
Hmm.
terms of their evaluation skills.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I think that is what is the idea here. That
Right.
once the obvious is taken out, are you
Hmm.
able to do the this thing in terms of
Yeah. Yes, that would like really challenge them right in the moment. Uh,
Hmm.
think over the field and yes, we can do that. But overall, I just wanted something like we should bring up something more new, uh, so that like the audience engagement is more participation is there because of lately people are refusing. At times they have
No,
their
no, it is also to
family.
do. It is also to do with this time of the year.
Okay,
There are long weekends, holidays, and all that. I'll
right.
then apart from that, people are also coming back from breaks and vacations and all.
Hmm.
I'm
Okay,
admitting
let's.
this lady, Carolyn Diana.
Yeah, she asked me for the link. I just thought we'll finish and then I'll admit her.
Hi, Toastmaster Carolyn. How are you?
To the meeting number, a very warm welcome to the meeting number 31 of the Gabby's Toastmasters Club. I am Toastmaster Isha, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. As a Sergeant at Arms, it's my duty to highlight some key points for the meeting. The meeting is scheduled for a period of 2 hours. I urge all of you to stay for the entire duration to get maximum benefit out of it. Your video should be on and the audio should be off. Unmute yourself when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics, at the Gabbies, we request all the speakers and the role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Our club mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Now, I would like to introduce our presiding officer for today. Toastmaster Samita Kar is a three times Triple Crown Award winner. Toastmaster Samita has completed three pathways and regularly represents her club at area level contests. She is a dynamic soft skills trainer with a dream to empower women leaders. She boosts confidence, communications, and careers. An avid storyteller and passionate traveler, her suitcase is full of stories, from bathing elephants in Sri Lanka to exploring the ruins of Nalanda. Now I hand over the virtual stage to our presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Samita.
Thank you so much. Let us hear it for our Sergeant at Arm, Dr. Isha, for starting the meeting right on time, like every single meeting. Thank you so much. With that, I declare Gabby's Online Advanced Toastmasters Club, Area B2, District 92, meeting number 31 open. I welcome all guests visiting Toastmasters and our dear members to our meeting today. One request, since this is an online meeting, we would love to see everyone on camera. It boosts our energy too. So I request all of you, please put on your cameras. Now, Caroline, you already there. I have already spoken to you. Okay. Priyanka, I see you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are a guest or
Yes, ma'am. I'm a guest.
you're a
This is
guest?
my
Okay.
first class, first
Okay.
session.
Would you like to give a quick introduction?
Sure. I'm Priyanka Kohli. I'm a techie. I work for one of the big fours, and I'm here to sharpen my public speaking skills. Like from past 5 to 6 years, I was working from home, and I couldn't get a chance to socialize with people, and I'm stuck to the room and the laptop. And I just want to, upskill and sharpen my skills and get to know people and socialize. Oh, yeah, that's the reason why I kind of searched and joined Toastmakers. I just want to give it a try, and be regular to this.
Yeah, thank you so much. But we would love to see you. Please be on camera. Okay. So for the guests, those who do not know us, that you know, Toastmasters is a over 100 years old organization. It's a international non-profit educational organization. This platform, started by Dr. Ralph S. Medley, has helped millions of people all over to become more confident communicators, public speakers, and leaders. As he had said, ours is the age of specialists. Like he had said this quite a long time ago, but it is relevant even today. This is the age of specialists, each of whom is highly trained in a narrow field. And that's the reason communication is so important. Now, we are so proud to announce we have a new member today, and that is Toastmaster Manoj. He has joined Gabby's Toastmasters Club. Let us welcome Toastmaster Manoj. I can't see him here. And very important announcement I have, that is the contest season is coming. February month, it is contest. First, we will have the evaluation contest and then the international speech contest. Gabby's will have its evaluation contest on 7th, and on 14th they will have the ISC contest. GOAT will have it on 10th, the evaluation, and 17th ISC. So please, dear members, that's the only request. Start filling in your nomination forms. Another, put your hands together for this announcement. That is, GOAT has received his 10 DCP points. So now, big round of applause. 10 DCP points, and now we are qualified to become a Smedley Distinguished Club once we meet the eligibility criteria of 25 active members as on 1st April 2026, which we are confident kind of. We have 30 members, 30 plus members at present, so we will be having. And Gabby's is quickly clocking in. They're having 8 DCP points. Let's hear it for Gabby's. And 10, it's just 2 points. In the next 10 days at best, they are also there. Now, getting these 10 DCP points is, you know, it's a joyous occasion for any club. But for a club to reach there, it cannot be one or two person. So I would like to mention here our Vice President Education, Renu Kaushal. Toastmaster Renu has been instrumental in, tagging everyone, those who have not finished their levels, and making sure that they do it. Toastmaster Gauri Agalwal getting new members registered, and our full team that is there with us, our Toastmaster Prapurna, Toastmaster Malti, Swati, and Toastmaster Isha, all of them. Of course, our members were also there. They are the ones who have given all those speeches. So kudos to all of them. Thank you so much. This is what a club is all about. We make sure that everyone can win in this game. This could not be possible because two members are there who work behind us, who are our pillars of strength. One is Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, who we can reach anytime with any problem, and Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, who is inspiring us to take the next step. Even sometimes when we are not sure, he is very sure that he will guide us through. So thank you so much. And finally, we have people around us where they make every meeting very interesting. And one lady is there who is a marketing professional and academician in business management. She's passionate about the creative writing and poetry. And we always wait, when will her poetry come, and we will be listening to what she has to say today. When she was the sergeant at arm, that was last July to December, when the room fell silent, her voice changed everything. That is the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya Singh for you. Let us hear it for Priya Singh. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam Presiding Officer, for that loving, warm introduction. Well, I'm here as your Toastmaster of the day today, sans the poetry, because I have, a long discussion to do on today's theme. A very good evening to fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and guests. A warm welcome to this power-packed meeting. Let me ask you a quick question, and I would request you all to answer yes if you all agree. How many of you all do love to listen to your voice when you hear its recording? How many of you, can I see a raise of hands, who love to listen to your voice when you hear it recorded? Wonderful. I see 1, 2. And how many of you all, the moment you hear your voice, recorded voice, will think, whose voice is that supposed to be? It can't be me. Oh, I see a lot of you all with that kind of an expression. Well, don't worry, you are the right place, because today's theme is the vocal springboard, because this meeting ensures that we take our voice with confidence and launch it to the next level. Now let's warm up our vocal cords with this simple game, for which I require volunteers. So who can be the first volunteer for me? Don't worry, I'm not asking anybody to sing a song. I'm not testing your vocal cord in that sense.
Yes, I'll
Okay, Toastmaster Renu, can she be spotlighted? Toastmaster Renu, I will be counting 1, 2, 3 and asking you to say the word launch, but with a twist. So I ask you to say the word launch on the count of 3 as if you are excited. 1, 2, 3.
Launch.
That's wonderful. Another volunteer, please. Can I have Caroline, Toastmaster Caroline?
I think someone else raised their
Charlie.
hand.
I'll go with
Charlie.
Toastmaster Prapurna first and then Toastmaster Caroline. Toastmaster Prapurna,
Yes.
on the count of 3, say the word launch like you realized it's a Monday.
Launch.
launch.
Okay. Toastmaster Caroline, on the count of 3, I would like you to say the word launch as if you're announcing free food.
Launch.
Thank you so much for that activity. It was wonderful to see the energy of all the participants. Like a springboard, our voices give us that launch pad to lift ourselves, to put our voice across and create an impact. Send across a message which not only reaches the ears, but also the minds and hearts of people around us. With that, I would now like to take you all into the 3 segments of our meeting. This meeting has got 3 segments. The first is the prepared speeches, wherein we have speakers presenting, delivering dynamic speeches. The second segment is the table topic segment, which is there to test our spontaneity and challenge us to think quickly and present our thoughts. And the third segment is the evaluation segment, wherein we have a brilliant team of evaluators who will tell us how each speech in today's meeting has landed. But before we proceed into this exciting segments of the meeting, I need to call upon a very important person who is the coach on the end of the springboard, who will, along with their team, tell us how each and every aspect of this meeting has landed. So with that, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Prapurna as the general evaluator. Toastmaster Prapurna is a structural design engineer with Amberg Engineering. Originally from Visakhapatnam, she is currently working in Gurgaon. She enjoys learning new things and connecting with people from different walks of life. Prapurna has been a Toastmaster since September 2024. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator. Please walk us through your role and introduce your team.
Thank you for a wonderful introduction, Toastmaster Priya. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm playing the role of General Evaluator. My role is to analyze, observe the meeting from the starting to the end and provide the constructive feedback, like how a springboard helps the athlete soar and a voice springboard helps you voice out your opinion. Similarly, I, as a springboard guide, ensure everyone gets the maximum lift from their voice, their energy, and their presence. So, for that, I need a team which will help me through this process. So let me welcome my team, TEL team, which is comprising of a timer, language evaluator, and a listener. And few of my teammates will be joining us later. So let us invite our timer. Our timer is Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Toastmaster Renu is a certified soft skills and POSH trainer and an aspiring image consultant, a triple crown winner and pathbreaker. Toastmaster Renu is deeply passionate about connecting with people, understanding their stories, and empowering them to grow through meaningful conversations. Beyond her professional work, she enjoys cooking and gardening, activities that help her stay centered. So, warm welcome to Toastmaster Renu. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Just like your voice creates a connection, so does the timing for which you speak. So every minute that you speak, it strengthens or weakens your message. So as today's timer, I will be tracking your time of speech. So speakers, let your voice lift your message and launch your ideas. I'll make sure you land right on time. So as a timer, I'm expected to time every section of the meeting, including the speeches, the table topic session, the evaluation, the language evaluation, and all the other role segments. If any segments exceeds the allocated time in the agenda, I'll be displaying the red card. That is how the red card will be. So as I will now explain the purpose of the other two cards, the green, yellow, and how they'll work during the prepared speech section and the evaluation section. Any speech delivered outside the time, the given time in the agenda, will be considered to be disqualified. So during the prepared speech section, every speech is, today we have two dynamic speeches coming up. Both are for 5 to 7 minutes. And during the time, I'll be showing the green I'll begin with the yellow card. The yellow card will be displayed at, the green card. We'll begin with the green card, and the green card will start at 5 minutes, followed by the yellow at 6 minutes, and the red card at the 7 minutes. That is how it will be for the prepared speeches. Followed by, after the prepared speeches, we will have the evaluation sections. So each evaluator will be allowed a time of 2 to 3 minutes. So similarly, at 2 minutes, I'll be showing the evaluator the green card, the yellow card at 2.30 seconds, and the red card at the end of the 3 minutes. And both the prepared speeches and the evaluators, they have 30 seconds of grace periods in their speech. And I will also be timing the other sections. If any section is exceeding the time limit, the allocated time in the agenda, once again, I'm just giving a reminder that I'll be displaying the red card. That will be all on my side. Back to you, Madam GP.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renu. And the cards are so wonderful. Hope everyone is clear with the cards. Now let us welcome my second team member, Toastmaster, our language evaluator. Our language evaluator is Toastmaster Sri Harsha. Toastmaster Sri Harsha works as a software engineer and moved back to Bangalore from Delhi last year. He did his bachelor's from NIT Allahabad and has experience working at top MNCs like Amazon and was also part of startup's founding team. Apart from work, he loves working out, playing golf, traveling, exploring foods from new cuisines, and spending time with his family and friends. Now I welcome Toastmaster Sri Harsha. Over to you.
Hello everyone. So I'm the language evaluator for today. So as a language evaluator, I'll be deeply listening to the speeches that each one of you will be giving, and primarily I'll be looking at your good and bad usages of language, like in terms of filler words that you might use, such as etc. And also I'll be looking at the grammar which you use, especially the spoken grammar and how it sounds. And I will also be looking at the rhetorical devices that you might use, like analogies or like parallelism and so on. And I'm also responsible to introduce to you the word of the day. So the word of the day for today is catalyst, which means something that sparks change or accelerates action. So, as an example, I can say that I had a small conversation with my friend few years back that became the catalyst for a major change in my life. And the other example would be her vocal variety was the catalyst that kept the audience engaged. So, I would encourage all of you to make use of the word of the day in your speeches. And towards the end, I'll be coming up with my report highlighting the good and bad usages of language from your speeches. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sri Harsha. Hope our today's meeting will act as a catalyst in every one of our Toastmasters journey. Please share that word of the day in the chat box. Thank you. Now let us welcome our third team member, Toastmaster Pratibho Karmakar. He is a listener for today's meeting. Toastmaster Pratibho is a third-year undergraduate student at IIT BHU. He joined Toastmasters with an aim to sharpen his presentation skills and basically manage his stage presence. Apart from his academics, he is passionate about music and enjoys singing in his spare time. So let us welcome our Toastmaster Pratibho onto the stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Pratibho.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your kind introduction. So, I am the listener for the day, and as the listener of the day, I will be paying close attention to what is being said, from speeches to evaluation and everything in between. And at the end of the meeting, I will pose 3 to 5 brief questions to check how attentively we have all been listening. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratibho, for keeping your introduction very short and concise. Now, let us move to our next segment. To carry out this segment, let us invite our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya, onto the stage again. Over to you, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for that crisp explanation of your role and introduction of your team. We are all set to begin. It reminds me of a nice phrase that was said by someone. Be the catalyst. Let your voice be the springboard to new heights. Now we will proceed with the first segment, which is the prepared speeches segment. And this is a segment where we have two prepared speeches lined up today. The first speaker is going to be somebody who is a second year student at VIT Vellore, and he has a strong passion for artificial intelligence, machine learning. He believes in learning by doing. He drives passion into everything that he does, be it projects, real world challenges. He thrives in the fast paced environment of hackathons, where he channels for creativity to build impactful solutions that make a difference in people's life. Let's welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Jay Parikh. May I request the evaluators of Toastmaster Jay Parikh, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta, and Toastmaster Chitrangana Singh to confirm their presence and that they are ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Thank you.
Yep, ready.
Toastmaster Jay Parikh is attempting level 1, project 3 of the presentation mastery pathway. The project title is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. The purpose of his project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language or both to enhance a speech. Timer, please note that the total time for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Jay Parikh, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Toastmaster Jay Parikh.
I'll wait 5 more minutes. I need a sense of urgency to move faster. These were the words of my roommate last week. There we were, 15 minutes before class. I was laced up and all ready to go. He was horizontal, lying on his bed, scrolling through his phone. But his logic sounded reasonable, right? If you can do a task in 10 minutes in a hurry, then why waste 15 minutes doing it calmly? To him, the grace period of attendance wasn't just a grace period. For him, it was a challenge. And honestly, it sounds efficient, right? I mean, but there's a flaw in this thinking. Efficiency is doing things fast. Reliability is doing things right. Adrenaline can help you get dressed in record time, but adrenaline cannot help you move a mountain of traffic on the airport road. The difference between speed and certainty changes everything. I'll get back to this point in a minute, but this conversation stayed with me because it clashed with how I grew up. I didn't choose to be punctual with time. I basically inherited it from my family. For our family, we were always on time. In fact, before time, we were always 5 to 10 minutes early. As a kid, I often asked my father, why are we sitting in an empty lobby, even though we know everybody else is going to be late? He never turned it into a lecture. He just showed me over and over again that our time is in our control, others is not. We should try to reach on time regardless of what the others do. I subconsciously started implementing this without understanding the real meaning. I understood the real meaning of that during a recent airport trip. Like always, we left almost 4 to 5 hours early. We expected to wait, but that day was different. The roads were a parking lot, total gridlock. Luckily, our driver found a service road just a few kilometers, but it saved us. We reached the gate just as the boarding began. Standing there, I had one thought in mind. If we had left on time, we would have been late. And then I understood. Being early isn't about wasting time or being efficient. It's about buying insurance against uncertainty. Now, let me be honest. I hate that one phrase, sorry, I got late. Most of the time, you didn't get late. You chose to be late. You chose one more scroll. You chose one extra 5 minutes. You chose to start getting ready at the time you were supposed to leave. And when I am late, and yes, I'm not perfect, I don't walk it casually with a fake apology. I'm rushing. My jacket is on. I'm jogging. Why? Because punctuality to me is a form of respect. Whether it's a teacher I disagree with or a friend I see every day, showing up early says your time matters. Now, here's the irony. I care deeply about punctuality, yet, like everybody else, I still waste hours every single day. Endless scrolling, just 5 more minutes, perfecting things that don't even require perfection. We all leak time constantly and barely notice it. But there's one place I refuse to leak time. That is my commitment to other people. Because wasting my own time is a bad habit. Wasting somebody else's time is a lack of respect. Unfortunately, in India, being late has become sort of a norm. Sometimes it's even considered cool. Most people expect others to be late, so they leave even later. I mean, how many times has it happened that you were all ready, but you chose to wait another 30 minutes because you think that the other person will be late anyways? This IST, Indian stretchable time, creates a cycle of low expectations. Why should the average define us? What we need is a catalyst. Now, when I was going to join Toastmasters, I joined many clubs. What I was expecting was that again, meetings will start 10-15 minutes later, me waiting for the members to join. But then I joined the Gabby's club and was different. See, I'm not trying to sell it to you, but my point is that I have yet to attend a single meeting that starts even 60 seconds late. Our timers treat every second like it's a currency. In this room, my internal clocks feels understood. Being early isn't a burden, it's a boundary. It's a statement that your schedule, that you can control your schedule, not a snooze button. So the next time you think that 5 more minutes, remember the airport road. Don't wait to don't wait for urgency to force you into hurry. Choose to arrive early. Choose the respect. Because at the end, time isn't just money. Time is character. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for this inspiring, heartfelt message that was delivered through the speech of Toastmaster Jay. Toastmaster Jay, thank you for a wonderful message which truly resonated, and it truly acted, your voice truly acted as a springboard to uplift and send your message impactfully to each one of us. You had such wonderful phrases, and the one that resonated and will stay with me is punctuality is a form of respect. And the comic one, IST, Indian Stretchable Time. Oh, that was lovely, and I would love to use it in one of my speeches next time. Thank you so much. We move on to our next speaker. Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta is all ready to take off from the vocal launchpad. Toastmaster Sanjay has over 15 years of experience in real estate and finance industry. He currently serves as Senior Director for Commercial Delivery and Resilience at JLL. Originally from Rewa, Madhya Pradesh, he has lived and worked in different parts of the country. For the past 4 years, he calls Bangalore his home. May I request Toastmaster Sachin, Jaiswal and Toastmaster Samita, the evaluators of Toastmaster Sanjay, to confirm their presence and readiness?
Yeah, we are present and
Yes.
ready.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta is attempting level 1, project 2 of Persuasive Influence Pathway, project titled Speech with Purpose. The purpose of this project is to find basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well organized speech on any topic. Timer, please note that the time of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta, nothing is impossible. Once will show up. Nothing is impossible. Once will show up. Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta. Over to you.
Thank you, Priya. Hope I'm audible and clear.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Have you ever had a fear that you will not be able to do certain things or few things in life? We all have fears from our past. I have many. I remember when I joined Sainik School back in 2000, if I'm right, I felt totally out of place. Before joining Sainik School, I used to play cricket, badminton, and table tennis. When I joined Sainik School, the options that I had were hockey, football, volleyball, and basketball. A complete 180-degree change. The games I knew, I didn't have an option to play. And games I didn't know, I had to play every day for an hour. These were still okay. But what I feared most was running. Oh, and everyone in my school had to do a school round in the morning as part of a physical exercise of 2.4 kilometers. It was a mountain for me to climb. I huffed and puffed and somehow finished that round every day. And after that, I had no energy to do anything else. Maybe it's study, maybe it's something else, but I just kind of was tired at the end of the day. So this running nightmare didn't finish at that point of time. What I had to do, there was a cross-country run of 7 kilometers. It was another devil. And in my mind, I had already given up before the race started. I didn't want to finish last. I finished 147th out of 151 participant. Barely last, I'll say. I still okay in my mind that I completed the race. My seniors obviously had a field day and that joke did last long. Anyways, to cut the long story short, I moved out of Sainik School in 2 years' time and I couldn't improve my timings in the cross-country run. I finished my school and then the college and then joined job. Things were going smoothly, but I want to take a personal challenge. And somehow I remember the Sainik School incidents and the cross-country thing. And that became my catalyst to start things again. I said personally, I need to let go of my fear and I could be better at running. I knew long distance was something that I could start to love if I do it continuously for a long time. I started running again in 2016. That was 15 years after the whole cross-country saga. I downloaded a plan for 16 weeks of half marathon, got a nice running shoes, and I was on the road again. Literally to turn the page. I don't know if you have heard that song from Bob Seger. It's a very famous song. I barely completed my first half marathon, but that didn't deter me. I knew I had the willpower to go on and kept on going. I did. I started running 2 to 3 races every year. And in last 9 to 10 years, I have done 20 half marathons and 10 kilometers. Last few months, I did take a new challenge to run a full marathon and was able to complete roughly 6 weeks ago. I think it was on 14 December. Running is not a destination for me. It is a journey. And I'll not stop here because I think I've started loving this. And I'll keep on increasing either my speed or my long distance stamina and things like that. Over the last 10 years, running has taught me a lot. It has not only improved my fitness, but it has helped me in a professional capacity as well. Three key things that come to my mind when I look at my running in last 10 years. The first one is resilience always beats raw ability. I never had the ability to run, but I kept on doing things every day, slow and steady. 1 kilometer, I started with a 1 kilometer and then kept on going as I progressed. And I ran 42. I never thought I could do that. Flexibility. While you always plan in ahead, but you always have to give flexibility to yourself. As all plan needs to adapt to the situation in hand. Personally, I don't like running in rain, for example. So if I have to run that day, I'll do something else and then go for another day. So those kind of flexibility helps you kind of go to the larger goal. And the third thing I learned, it's the best personal time that you have. A lot of people, a lot of my friends ask, how you keep on running? Don't you get bored when you are on a 3-hour run or a 4-hour run when I was preparing for a marathon? I tell them, all of them, one thing, there's no better me time than running. In those long runs, a lot of my strategy happened. I planned different scenarios in my mind and think from what angles someone could ask me question, how do I respond to the complex situation? And that's how it helped me in my career. Hope I have been able to inspire some of you, and I request you to take one challenge from your past and overcome your fear. I'll end here with a quote from Christopher Reeve. So many of our fears, dreams at first seem impossible, then they seem improbable, and then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. Thank you.
A wonderful, wonderful speech. Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta. Can we give a round of applause to Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta for such a purposeful message that was inspiring, intentional, and was definitely engaging. Running is a journey that is so beautifully put. Resilience beats raw ability. It's so true, so beautifully and aptly this message has been conveyed. And I'm sure we all are so inspired. In spite of not being the sports person kind, your speech has truly inspired me to wear my speakers and at least start jogging, if not running. Thank you so much for that wonderful speech. Thank you to both the speakers for bringing so many variations and, bringing so many ideas and thoughts through their voice and putting it across in this meeting, giving it another purpose to inspire us. With that, I would now like to proceed with the second segment of this meeting. After such a scintillating session of prepared speeches, let's move on to the exciting table topic segment. Get ready to bounce between opposites because this table topic segment has a twist, a yin yang twist. And to take us into this segment, we have none other than distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, our table topic master, who will come with a lot of challenges, a lot of fun in this interesting table topic segment. Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta needs no introduction. He is a two-time distinguished Toastmaster who has completed all 11 pathways with over 20 years of experience at HP, Target, JCPenney. He is a seasoned expert in analytics, strategy, and marketing. Now a social entrepreneur, he co-founded Practive in 2020 to support students, MSMEs, non-profit organizations, and women entrepreneurs. A loving, proud father, and a lifelong learner, Saurabh is passionate and empowering others through learning and leadership. Over to you, table topic master, distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh Dutta.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya Singh. So, the way we do table topics in the Gabbies is that we do it in the form of a debate in the Gabbies Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. We call it the GOAT 1 minute debate. Um, so, we will give topics, and every speaker will get 1 minute. So, I'll select two speakers for each topic. So, first I'll select the speakers, then I'll give out the topic. And I'll also mention which speaker will speak for the topic, which speaker will speak against the topic. Every speaker will get 1 minute. At the end of 1 minute, you will be muted. The red card will come up and you will be muted. So you don't get a green, yellow, and red here. You just get to speak for 60 seconds. And within 60 seconds, ideally within 55 seconds or 58 seconds, you will have to try to wrap up your point because you will be muted exactly at 60 seconds, right? So this is the format which we follow. What I will do is I will be choosing one member and one guest to speak for every topic. So, who will speak for, who will speak against, I will reveal only once the topic is revealed. In terms of choosing the within the members also or the guests also, I will first give opportunity to the non-role takers. Then I'll come to the time permitting. I will come to the role takers. So let me start. So one member and one guest format we will use. So the first for the first topic I have Rahul Swami. Rahul, possible to take a topic?
Yes, sure.
Okay, possible to be on camera? No
Just
pressure.
give me. Yeah.
If you can, great. Debates are more fun when you see the debater.
Sure. I'm connecting through laptop and
No problem. Please take your time. In the meanwhile, the second speaker will be. I'll select someone who is an existing Toastmaster so that the guests feel more confident. So it's kind of a giveaway. I'm talking about Toastmaster Carolyn Diana. So it is Rahul Swami and Carolyn Diana for the first topic. I hope Carolyn, you are good to take the topic.
Yes.
Okay, Rahul.
I think he'll take some time. We can have someone else.
Okay, so Rahul, I'll come back to you for the second topic then. But the first topic, let me pick up because I don't see. Oh, Rahul is joining through his laptop. He's almost here, so we'll just go with him. He's taking the pains to connect to a laptop. Oh, lovely. That's Rahul. Oh. Okay, so we have both the speakers on the screen, right? So, Rahul, you will be speaking for the topic, and Carolyn, you will be speaking against the topic. So, let me give out the topic now.
1 second. I just have one question. We start at the same time, or I wait for him to finish him? I'm sorry, I'm
Very
new to
good
this.
question. The for speaker will speak for 1 minute. Once the for speaker is done speaking, the against speaker will speak for 1 minute. The for speaker will be muted at the end of 1 minute. When the timer shows the red card, I will mute the for speaker. And then immediately you can start. Right? You don't need to wait for me to invite you. You can just start immediately as soon as this one starts. Right. So your topic is Rahul and Carolyn. Silence is a crime, not a choice. Silence is a crime, not a choice. The topic is on screen, on the chat as well. Rahul, your time starts now.
Silence is definitely a crime. How many of you feel bad when someone's not talking to you? Someone very close to you. It can be your friend, can be your colleague, or even your wife or husband. I think it's very devastating feeling. I feel like, oh my God, why this person is not talking to me? What have I done? Right? They always say that silence is also an answer. And you try to find out what is there in that silence. And that's what I feel that silence is just a big crime to somebody whom who likes you or loves you or is your
Carol, start, please.
Sorry. Okay. So silence is not a choice, it is a crime. Sorry, it's silence is not a crime, it is a choice. We often say, I stayed silent because I didn't want trouble. But let's be honest, silence is rarely neutral. Silence can take sides. For instance, at work, when a colleague is humiliated in a meeting and no one intervenes, silence becomes an approval. And when an injustice repeats itself and good people say nothing, silence becomes the system. It becomes a choice.
Thank you. Lovely take, both of you. I think there's some beautiful punchlines actually that came up in the topics. Silence is always a choice, because when you stay silent, you are, your system, silence, kind of creates the system, breaks the system. Rahul talked about silence being a way of punishing the loved ones. Right, so it is not a choice, it's a crime, because it punishes the loved ones. So beautiful take, loved it. So we'll move on to the next topic, but before I give out the topic, let me select the speakers. So again, one member, one guest. So since all the members that I see here are role takers, so I'll start with the role takers. I'll start with the role takers playing smaller roles and then move on to those playing the bigger roles. So which means that Pratibho, you are up next. Pratibho Kormokar. And for our guest, this time I'll have a non-Toastmaster, which is Priyanka Kohli. Priyanka and Pratibho, you're on the hot seat. Lovely. Okay. So, Priyanko, uh, you will speak against the topic. And Pratibho, you will speak against the topic. And Priyanka, you will speak for the topic. So, Priyanka, you will speak for the topic. You'll speak first for the topic. And once you're done speaking for 1 minute, we will mute you. And then, Pratibha, you can immediately start to speak against the topic. Again, you will be also muted at 1 minute. Are we ready? Okay. This is a topic, this is one of the lines which was mentioned by Mark Carney at the World Economic Forum Summit at Davos. He gave punchlines after punchlines. This is one of the most notable and remarkable punchlines. Okay, so here we go. When the rules no longer protect you, you must protect yourself. When the rules no longer protect you, you must protect yourself. Priyanka, you are up for the topic.
Rules are actually there to help us in a way when we are in need of certain things. For example, if you take the traffic rules, they are there for us to have discipline in our life. Um, um, uh, we are not supposed to break the rules and uh, uh, if at all you're not following the rules, probably we might end up in trouble. um, um, s- I'm so sorry, I'm not able to continue.
Totally okay.
Yeah.
Pratibho, up next, against the topic.
Yeah, so I have to speak against the motion. So my natural stance is that yes, sometimes the rules no longer protect ourselves, but turning into a self-vigilant into a vigilant, like I don't know, like Batman, is also problematic to society in a scale that there is no regulating body. Like if you make your own rules, there is no one to check you, right? And the thing is, whenever in society power gets concentrated in the hands of a few individuals, it always leads to anarchy. So I think rather than protecting ourselves and being a self-vigilant, we should try to modify the rules in order to suit our needs. Thank you. Do I
Beautiful.
have some?
Thank you so much. Great take. Priyanka rightly mentioned that rules, if they don't protect you, you have to start protecting yourself. And then Pratibha had some brilliant take in terms of saying that you can't be a self-vigilant. You can't. Every one of us can't try start becoming a Batman, because then our society will be in shambles. Lovely take, both of you. We'll move on to the next topic. But before I give out the topic, let me invite the speakers. And this time, I will invite. Yes, Saurav. Okay, you are in. Along with Saurav, I'm going to have from the Gabbies. Who do I pick up? Saurav is a powerful speaker. I need someone who has to give him good competition. Chitrangana. Toastmaster Chitrangana Singh. Chitrangana, are you there? Yes. So Chitrangana and Saurav. Okay. Saurav is going to speak for the topic. Chitrangana is going to speak against the topic. And the topic is free speech is wasted on the unwilling. Free speech is wasted on the unwilling. Saurav for the topic, Chitrangana against the topic. The topic is on chat.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Saurav. Once upon a time, I was attending a contest and I heard the speaker delivering a speech about honesty is the best policy. He shared a lot of good examples too, and by the time he concluded, I noticed that people sitting next to me were talking something with each other. There were two probably new Toastmasters or guests. One was saying that why is he talking about honesty? The word is completely dishonest now. We are not here to follow the rules of Lord Rama or probably Harishchandra. We need to shape ourselves with respect to the situation and circumstances. If we behave like we are the ideal people, probably we will be left behind, and all the people who are clever will climb the ladder and be more successful.
So, Saurav, 1 minute over. You're muted. We'll move on to Chitrangana speaking against the topic. Free speech is wasted on the unwilling.
Are there the unwilling? I don't think so. There are the scared. They are the ones who want to speak, but they don't know where their words will land. What will happen to them if they utter those words? I happen to be in one of the debates where one of the person was so much angry, agitated, such that I had whatever sentences I had planned to the point, etc., all seemed to go total waste. At that time, one of the Samaritans, the good Samaritans, he instead asked me to, "Hey Chitrangana, why don't you speak up now?" That was a moment which kind of unlocked my inner speaker, and I could put down all the points I had thought about. I completely changed from a totally unwilling person to somebody who had so much to put on the table. That showed that no, there are no unwilling people. They are simply the people who are waiting to be given an opportunity to speak. So, in the world of free speech,
Beautiful, beautiful. So as you could see, these are what pro speakers do. They don't debate on the topic. They debate against the topic. They debate for the topic. They debate around the topic, right? But they That's a sign of great speakers. Great job, both of you. Can we move on to the next topic? And for this, I will be selecting as a guest. Let me pick up Parisa. Parisa, ready for the topic?
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
Yeah.
And for as a member, let me pick up Sanjay Gupta. Sanjay, can you come on camera, please? Okay. Your topic is fear makes liars. Fear makes liars. And Parisa, you will be speaking for the topic, Sanjay against the topic.
So, hello everyone. Very good evening. I'm a student of English and Cultural Studies at Christ University, and I recently read a book that is Khushwant Singh's Train to that simply says Train to Pakistan. My grandfather was somebody who was in partition, and he had to disguise himself. I'm from a Hindu family. He had to disguise himself as a Muslim simply to survive. Fear creates liars, but do we know their story? That is a big question I ask you today. It does create liars, but good liars or bad liars? When you have to protect your family, when you have to protect your daughter, when you speak with conviction, you have to be a liar. So fear may create liars, but the question is a good one or a bad one. The intent matters at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Short and sweet and totally makes sense. Moving on to Sanjay. Sanjay, against the topic. Fear makes liars.
So, fear doesn't make liars. There are rules, and let's say I'll talk about a simple activity like traffic police, right? If we don't fear the rules, will that be chaos? Definitely, it would be. So, and there are multiple examples in a country like India. If we don't follow the rules, and similarly like education, you give an exam and you don't follow the rules, you cheat. Will so fear doesn't create liars. It creates a system, and that system is useful to run people of 120 crore, and that's similar for the world. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so again, great perspective. Both of them had great take on this topic. One talked about fear creating liars, yes, and good liars or bad liars. Something to think of, good one. And Sanjay said, no, fear creates systems, fear creates obedience, right? So great job, both of you. We'll move on to the next topic. I see Komal raising. Komal, can you come on camera? Possible?
Yes, I'm trying.
Okay, yeah, please take your time. Yes, so that's Komal there. And so along with Komal, I am going to have from the Gabbies, who do I pick up? Chaitra, possible to be on camera. Chaitra, would you want to take a topic? Can you come on camera?
I doubt I'll be able to come on camera, but I don't mind taking up the topic.
Okay, lovely. So please do take the topic. It's okay if you're not on camera. We'll excuse you
Thank you.
for this. Okay. So, Komal, you will be speaking for the topic, and Chaitra, you will be speaking against the topic.
Yes, Kohli.
Okay, Chaitra, you will be speaking against the topic, and Komal, you will be speaking for the topic. Is Chaitra still there? Yeah, she's okay. Great. Chaitra, stay muted. I'll unmute you. I'll ask you to unmute yourself when when it's your turn to speak. And please remember, at the end of 1 minute, you will be muted. The red card will come up. You'll be muted. So try to wrap up your speech by 55 seconds or 58 seconds max. Okay. Very interesting topic. History belongs to the ruthless. History belongs to the ruthless. Komal for the topic.
Yes, history belongs to the ruthless. So we need to we can create our own yourself, our own history. We don't need to depend on the things that already have created, but we need to take up the challenge to work and to create the legacy that others will follow.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you. We'll move on to the against the topic. Chaitra. The topic is history belongs to the ruthless, and you're speaking against the topic.
I doubt that history belongs to the ruthless. Of course, there have been many instances such as that that we have seen over the years. But don't you think compassion, empathy, all of these surfaces above all? And if it all belonged to the ruthless, I don't think these words would have survived over the years. So definitely, ruthless people have won wars and um, surfaced over history for several other purposes. But above all, there has been many a times what has surfaced is the compassion and empathy. Like to give you an example, be it Mother Teresa, history. She is part of a great history, but did not win it through ruthless behavior, but rather through compassion and empathy. One such good example. So, of course, triumph doesn't necessarily mean only through ruthlessness. It's through also several other purposes. One such being empathy and compassion.
Absolutely. What a great example, Mother Teresa, and there's so many that were there. But then we also had some good points coming from Komal that yes, history does reward those who are ruthless. So great takes from both sides. And we are moving on to the next topic, for which I'm going to pick up our language evaluator for today, Toastmaster Shri Harsha. Shri is a role taker, but he's not a member of our club. So I need one member to come in to join Shri in the fray. And my choice would be our presiding officer. When she says she's going to speak, how can I say no? Over to you. Yeah. So, Samita. Great, Samita. So, you will be speaking for the topic, and Harsha, you will be speaking against the topic. And the topic is justice exists only when enforced. Justice exists only when enforced. Samita, for the topic.
Yes, it only exists when it enforced. Do you think we have all this police around us, all these bodyguards around us, because justice would be served otherwise? Never. It is only when you know someone is there over your head to catch you when you do wrong is when you agree to justice. In this world, in today's world, it is so true. Oil in a country, someone gets caught. Seriously? Justice? It has to be enforced from the people around us. If everyone raises voice, then it will be served. For us, it is important to know that we need to be very mindful of the fact.
Great. Now, against the topic. Justice exists only when enforced. You're on, Shri Harsha.
Yeah, so we do have a lot of people to enforce the justice or the rules around us. It could be, let's say, on a road, we have a traffic police, or in an exam, we have a teacher who looks after us. But what I believe is that it is not completely true or completely applicable to everyone out there. There are definitely certain set of people, or let's say certain cultures, or certain countries, or certain places where even though no one is watching us, is no one is enforcing the rules on top of us, people are going to inherently follow the justice, follow the rules. As an example, like if you go out of our country, we don't see people throwing things or littering on the roads, as opposed to something we generally see in our country. So this is just one example. And coming to traffic rules, while there are few places where people are only going to obey the red signal if
Great examples were coming from both of them. Samita had some great examples where she talked about the police, and then we were when Harsha was talking about the signals, about braking signals, and great points from my both sides. We are into the last two topics, and for the next topic, I am going to pick up our guest Shalin as Shalin Kotia, and yes, Renu.
We can take only one more topic, I think.
We'll take one more
This will be
topic.
the
Okay.
last. Yeah.
Okay, our timer has has casted her veto. We're going to have one more topic only. So it will be Charlene, and from the Gabbies, we will have, who do we go with? Why not our general evaluator, Prapurna AVLS? Okay, right. So the topic is, okay, before the topic. Shalin, you are speaking for the topic. Prapurna, you are speaking against the topic. This topic was my theme when I was a TMOD last week. So the topic is might is right. Might is right. Shalin for the topic, Prapurna against the topic.
So let me give you an example. On one side, there are 1,000 soldiers, and on the other side, there is only a few people. Which group of people or which group of soldiers has more probability to win the battle? Now, you would say that there are examples in the history that people with small battalion sizes and small group sizes have defeated armies which are very big. But let's talk about generalization here. We have to speak about, out of 100 times, how many times a battle is won by armies which are bigger, which are mightier. Same is the case with any individual who is bigger than any smaller individual. So I'll go with the chances, I will go with the preparations, I will go with the likelihood of winning a battle, and I would definitely go with this topic.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Moving on to Prapurna, speaking against the topic. Prapurna, might is right against the topic.
Might is right. No, I don't agree. Might is not always right. If you think of life, it is 50% if. But if you still think you believe that ifs only, then how will you be your own catalyst in your life? If you want to do anything in your life, if you want to achieve, if you doubt yourself, I might become this, or if it might be possible, then you won't become anything. You have to be your own catalyst, you have to craft your plan, you have to execute it. So I say might is not always right, because you have to create your own destiny. Then only that might will, then you get the grace of Almighty.
Thank you. Yeah, the Almighty always comes handy in debates. Okay, great. So, with that, we come to the end of this particular section. And thank you, everyone. The topics were hard, I know. Many of the topics, even before you could debate, you had to actually decode, right? So, that was the intent. And I hope it helped you think, and it helped you reflect, and it helped you speak to your heart's content. And back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Let's hear it for the table topic master for such a wonderful and interesting table topic segment. Saurav, distinguished Toastmaster Saurav, you really brought about a perfect balance between the challenge element and the fun element through these very interesting, tough, yet very, very engaging, lively table topic section. Thank you so much to all the table topic speakers. Your witty thinking, your vocal energy truly brought so much vibrancy in this segment. And now may I request and ask the timer if we have time for a 5-minute short break.
We can have 2 minutes or 3 minutes breaks.
3 minutes? Okay, so
Yeah.
we will be back at 8:46. Let's stretch, hydrate, and refresh and be back. Thank you. Welcome back. I hope all of you all have had a short, refreshing break and are ready to spring back into action into the second part of the meeting after the break. So let's play a small game which again explores how our voices can actually be springboards. I will give a word, and the volunteer who raises a hand will say 2 or 3 words or a phrase, whatever comes to your mind, keeping in mind that particular word that I have given. For example, if I say sun, what comes to the mind? Heat, shine, summer, hot. So, such short, energetic words that resonate with the word that I have given, which comes to your mind. Let me see a raise of hands. Who would like to take the first word? Toastmaster Parisa. Great. Your word is whisper.
Romance, it's a song, so there's a it's a song, so whisper will have romance. Breeze, dream.
Great. Very interesting words. Thank you. The next volunteer, please. Who would like to take another word? Okay, Pallavi. Pallavi, your word is story. What words resonate in your mind with story? 2 to 3 words.
Kids' all-time favorite. And yeah, great to explain yourself. And yeah,
Those are wonderful phrases.
nice
Yes.
time pass.
Great. Thank you so much. To me, story means fantasy.
Fantasy, yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much. The next person would be Toastmaster Charlene. Thank you, Toastmaster Charlene, for volunteering. And your word is leap.
High jump.
Jump.
Jump. Yes.
Yes.
Jump is one. Faith.
Faith. Interesting. Very nice.
Chance.
Chance. Amazing. Thank you very much. The next volunteer, please. Toastmaster Sachin, would you like to go with another word? Toastmaster Sachin?
Yeah, can you repeat? I was actually making the notes for the evaluation. Can you just repeat?
Okay, I will give one word and you need to give me 2 or 3 words which come to your mind listening to the word that I give you.
Okay.
So your word is rise.
Get up.
Okay.
Grow.
Wow, that's nice.
Emerge.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Rahul Swami, yes. Your word is rhythm. Rhythm.
Song, tonality.
Vitality, very nice.
Tonality and ringtone.
Great. Thank you so much. And one last volunteer, Komal. I see Komal's hand raised. Komal, your word is bounce.
Bounce. Going here to somewhere else, or things not going in our mind, bouncing from other place.
Great. Thank you so much. And with that short game, I hope you can see how a single word can connect you to so many different ideas, thoughts, phrases, and use your ideas and take them in a different direction. So this is the power of voice, which helps in reciprocating or expressing ourselves by using words, tone, pitch, pace, everything. With that, now we proceed with the third and final segment of this meeting, the evaluation segment. Every great leap needs a landing. And tonight, our general evaluator, along with the TEL team, will help us see how well our speeches and this entire meeting landed. So over to you, Madam General Evaluator, Toastmaster Prapurna. The virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya. Hello, everyone. Let's start our general evaluation section for today's meeting. In our GOAT, Gabby's Online Advanced Toastmasters, general evaluation section is something impressive. We don't have one evaluator, we have 2 evaluators evaluating each speaker. This dual evaluation system ensures a more comprehensive and focused evaluation experience. To maintain clarity and effectiveness, the scope of each evaluator's feedback is clearly defined. Out of 2 evaluators, the first evaluator focuses on what was said, that is, assessing the content, structure, flow, and message of the speech. And evaluator 2 focuses on how it was said, observing the speaker's voice modulation, tone, facial expressions, gestures, and overall delivery style. So let us start our evaluation section by inviting Our evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Jay, and his speech title is 5 more minutes, and he is being evaluated by his evaluator. Okay. Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. He will be the evaluator for Jay's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Sunil.
Toastmaster.
Just a minute. Introduction of Toastmaster Sunil. Toastmaster Sunil is a very enthusiastic about learning new things to evolve himself, have an ardent passion for playing cricket and speaking in English, and strong believer in simplicity, integrity, and hard work. He has joined Toastmasters to develop speaking in English and communication skills. In addition, he always prefer to build good and strong relationships to enhance his human assets. So, welcome to Toastmaster Sunil. Over to you.
Toastmaster Jay, your speech made me feel nostalgic for the days when my father used to tell me to do things before time and I would get angry. Really. It was a wonderful motivational speech. Let me tell you the elements he used to draw me in. Number one, your insightful story about the importance of time, in which you showed how you learned punctuality from your father and an incident when you were late, and then from Toastmasters. It perceived that you are a credible and knowledgeable speaker. Second, your catchy metaphoric sentences. Some sentence really wonderful, and it caught my eyes when you said he was horizontal on the bed, your friend, and adrenaline, adrenaline hormone can't help you to climb on the mountain. So these sentences turn audience heads. Number three, your persuasive conclusion. The final sentence: choose to arrive early and choose to respect time. It was a wonderful conclusion, and it turned your story into a memorable memory and message. Let's explore some ways to sharpen the content of your speech. Number one, a bit weak opening. You opened the speech with simple sentences in which you said that I will wait for 5 minutes to do some things like this. I felt it was not so captivating. Instead, you could ask a question. How many of you are punctual? How many of you respect time? Please raise your hands. In this way, you could connect with the audience. Number two, lack of dialogues. There were no dialogues missing. If you could add dialogues when you talked with your father, you could mention their dialogues between your father and you, like when you were early at the airport or station. So you could said, "Oh, sit that I have to wait for 4 to 5 hours. In this time, I could have watched a movie." So such things, such humorous things, you know, could retain the attention of the audience. In a nutshell, it was a motivational speech with a insightful story, catchy metaphoric sentences, and a persuasive conclusion. If you had a strong opening and added some humorous dialogues, the speech would have been a catalyst in your journey to be a great public speaker. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil. Now let us hear it from Evaluator 2, Toastmaster Chitrangana Singh. Toastmaster Chitrangana Singh will be evaluating Toastmaster Jay on his body language, tone, and all. So, the introduction of Toastmaster Chitrangana Singh is as follows. Toastmaster Chitrangana is an 11-year corporate champion, passionate traveler, dance enthusiast. She is now adding mom and impeccable communicator to her resume, mastering the ultimate juggling act. With this, over to you, Toastmaster Chitrangana.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Prapurna. I hope I'm audible. Congratulations, Toastmaster Jay Parikh. That was indeed an amazing attempt. You are attempting presentation mastery pathway. Your project was usage of vocal variety and body language to present content. I will be bit detailed on the presentation aspect because your pathway is focused on coming up with an impactful presentation. First of all, commendations from my end. In terms of language enhancement, you did a great job. There were good usage of phrases, as already highlighted by the first evaluator. There was satirical interpretations like of IST. Your language was super vivid. I did not miss a single word. You ensure there was constant usage of hand gestures to deliver content. Also, in terms of emotions, I could sense disdain in your voice when you spoke about IST, wonder when you mentioned how your friend handles the grace time, and gravity when you spoke about your dad's advice. So changing your overall body, your tone, your expressions, basis the emotions you want to convey was an amazing attempt. Kudos to you for that. Now, there are a couple of recommendations from my end. Number one, I could sense that you shifting from one leg to another was a bit distracting. I believe it somehow denotes uneasiness. Whereas if we have a still body and we are just using hand gestures, that kind of amplifies the words without distracting the audience and kind of create a better impact with the message that we want to convey. I could sense that you were shifting constantly from one leg to another, and I think that can be replaced with maintaining a static demeanor while you are meaningfully using your hand gestures. I have noted down one example also. For example, if you are mentioning about not punctuality but insurance against uncertainty, so instead of doing this and this, what you can instead do is not insurance against punctuality, not punctuality, but rather insurance against uncertainty. So, I'm sorry, because of background, my own gestures might not be visible, but essentially, I'm trying to say maintaining a static demeanor and using your hand gestures meaningfully. That doesn't distract, right? Keeping a resolute stance. Number two, um, you could enhance your camera quality and your lighting in the room. That will create better impact with your speech. Number three, the top of your face was cut. So I think that is something we should take care of while delivering a speech. We do not want the audience to, again, I think it is a distraction if your entire face from the head, at least till there, is not visible entirely, right? Um, Now, coming up to the final recommendation, which is a combination of vocal variety and pauses. I think you did a good job. I believe there can be more work. Right now, if you are amplifying your tone between +2 and -2, I believe it can be enhanced to +6 and -6 a bit. For example, we just reached the airport on time, like that, right? So that creates a deeper impact with on the message that you want to convey, and also that is somehow combined with the pauses you take also. Cool. So just to summarize, you did a great job with the language chosen, with the language chosen, with the usage of hand gestures as well as your expressions. Just a bit more amplification on tonality, as well as a little bit work on keeping your stance resolute, you can create a deeper impact with your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chitrangana. Coming to my report, Toastmaster Sunil. That's a wonderful evaluation. Both the evaluators evaluating Jay Parikh's speech has followed a CRC approach, commendation, recommendation, commendation. My recommendation for Toastmaster Sunil is when you're giving any commendation or recommendation, it shouldn't be in a negative tone. It should be in a supportive tone. Like you shouldn't, we should not say like it is a weak opening like that. We should always keep boosting the speaker. So that is one recommendation for you. And Toastmaster Chitrangana, what a wonderful evaluation, and you have again followed the CRC approach. So my recommendation for you is, being the vocal variety evaluator, body language evaluator, you could have mentioned whether the speech objective was met or not. This is a recommendation for you. And Toastmaster Jay, that's a wonderful speech. And I agree with what Toastmaster Chitrangana has said. You could increase the camera quality so that we can see your facial expressions easily, and slow down a bit so you have a lot of content regarding the sentences like buying insurance against uncertainty, Indian stretchable time, punctuality is a respect. So let the audience digest what you're saying, because you have a lot of things to tell. So slow down a bit, pausing and pacing you can implement. So overall it's a nice speech. Kudos to you for completing your project number 3 in level 1. So with this, we'll move on to the next speaker's evaluation. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Sanjay. So he is being evaluated by Toastmaster Sachin for the content part, and he is being evaluated by Toastmaster Samita for the vocal variety and body language part. So let us invite from our first evaluator, Toastmaster Sachin Jaiswal. Toastmaster Sachin Jaiswal is a finance professional with over 23 years of experience across IT, healthcare, biotech startups, retail, e-commerce, and FMCG sectors. He is a chartered accountant and an alumnus of IIM Bangalore and Columbia Business School. Currently serving as Chief Financial Officer at Azza Fashions Private Limited in Mumbai. He oversees global finance operations for the US and India. So the stage is all yours. Over to you, Toastmaster Sachin.
Thank you, Madam G, Toastmaster Prapurna, and my target speaker, Sanjay Gupta, for a great speech. I thoroughly loved your speech. And without much ado, I'll quickly go to the areas where you excelled at. You excelled at all the 4 C's of communication. The first C is clarity. You spoke with a lot of clarity and gave a clear message to come out of fear, as nothing is impossible once will soar. That was very clear. The message was very clear. Then comes conciseness, the second C's of communication, conciseness. You came straight to the point that running was your fear, and how over a period of 10 years you came over it, how you overcame it. That was very straight. Then the third C of communication, correctness. I must say the language was grammatically correct, and it was effective and influential, and you weaved a beautiful story which grabbed the audience attention. I love the words like running is a journey, resilience beats raw ability, sorry. So beautiful usage of the words to weave a very beautiful story. Then the fourth C of communication is completeness. Your speech was full of information, full of data. For example, first you are afraid of running 2.4 kilometers of race when you are a child. Then you failed in 7 kilometers race, and you came 147 out of 150 participants. Then after a period of 10 years, You ran 20, successfully completed 20 half marathons of 10 kilometers. And then you ran one full circle marathon. So, lot of data to prove that you have come out of your fear of running and have been a accomplished marathon runner. And also you provided how it running marathon helps in professional capacity by resilience, by improving resilience, by flexibility and best personal time. So these are the benefits of running a marathon. So you excelled all at all the 4 C's of conclusion, I must say. Now, some of the recommendations. I felt that the conclusion was abrupt. You had a nice and engaging introduction. You had a solid body where you had a beautiful story. But I found that the conclusion seemed to be little abrupt. You could have actually built a powerful conclusion as well as the body. You could have actually put a thought-provoking question at the end that would have left the audience, reflecting on your topic. So that kind of thought-provoking question would have really left it in the minds of the audience, your topic, and you would have reached a different level altogether. Apart from that, I must say it was a great speech, and I loved the entire story, the storytelling, and congratulations for completing your speech successfully. Thank you. Over to you, G Toastmaster Prapurna.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. Now let us hear it from our Toastmaster Samita. Toastmaster Samita, a women empowerment coach who has dedicated her life to building confident communicators and future leaders. With her powerful background in teaching, leadership, and public speaking, she brings clarity, courage, and consistency to everything she does. So let us invite Toastmaster Samita on the stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Samita.
Thank you, Madam G. Toastmaster Prapurna. My target speaker, Toastmaster Sanjay. You were delivering speech with a purpose. And the purpose was to motivate us. Motivate us with the story that you have said. Now, when you start your speech saying that you can't run, and then you take us through your life journey saying how you failed, you ran half marathon 20 times, and then you are planning to run full marathon, one marathon you have run. We are all motivated. We are really, really motivated. Even now I'm thinking, wow, this is a good idea. Maybe I should put it in my bucket list, trying at least one half marathon. Thanks to you, that thought has come to my mind. What I loved about the way you presented is the passion in your voice. When you were speaking about running, I could actually see the passion you had towards running. When you were talking about your failures, you were talking about success, and then your dream. All three, there was a expression on your face and in your voice to show us that even after failing, you had not given up and you were trying harder to become better. That was evident throughout the speech. When you were telling the speech, because you had structured it so well, we were with you with the journey that you have crossed. And that journey created a strong emotional connect with your audience because we could go through step by step with you. It was very authentic. The authenticity of your speech hooked us on. You had wonderful usage of words like cross country saga, resilient beats raw ability. Those words in your speech were like gems, scattered all around, making us look forward to what will you say next. Everything said and done, now is a time for some other tips which you can make it even better. First and foremost, this is an online meeting. Now, in an online meeting, because we need to see your body language, we need to hear you clearly, and we want to see the facial expressions, micro expressions, I need your camera setting to be where I can see your face and your torso. So if that is there, I could see your expressions even better. They were good, but I could see it better. When you are using the title, nothing is impossible, one's will show, we know what you're saying. How about tweaking it a little and saying power of will? It's okay. So, overall, very good speech, good content. Just take care of your camera angle, take care of the word that you use in the title, and I want to see you in the next speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. Both the evaluators, Toastmaster Sachin and Toastmaster Samita, had given an effective evaluation so that the speaker can implement in the future speeches. So the only recommendation I would like to give is for Toastmaster Sachin, you have told, as this is a speech with purpose, so introduction, body and conclusion, you have concentrated more, while you should also concentrate on how the transitions were, so that there should be the connectivity between each segment. So that is one recommendation I would like to give, to focus more on that. And Toastmaster Samita, you have given a beautiful evaluation, and also you have mentioned whether the speech purpose was met or not. So you could have also focused on whether the language usage was how it is, so that the speaker can improvise on that, whether the metaphors was used or rule of three, they could have been emphasized if he would have been used. And Toastmaster Sanjay, what a wonderful speech. I really liked your speech and the way you have used the language usage, huffed and puffed, cut the long story short, and you have even used the word of the day. And the message of the speech was also very nice. I really agree with what Samita has told. We really got motivated, and your speech with purpose has met its purpose. Kudos to you for completing this project. With this, we move on to the next segment. Thank you, both the evaluators and to speaker. Now, let us hear it from our language evaluator. Let us invite our language evaluator for today's meeting. Our language evaluator is Toastmaster Sri Harsha. So, I would like to invite Toastmaster Sri Harsha, and so that he'll share his report.
Yeah, thank you. I have listened to all your speeches, and I have noted down the good and bad uses of language, and also some areas of improvement that I have come across. I'll go over the good ones and the bad ones. So starting with, I'll start with first with the good usages, starting with the TMOD. When I was hearing to the TMOD, I think the language was flowing so nicely, and there were like a lot of analogies that were used all across wherever she has spoken. And the most important thing I have noticed is she has a central metaphor in her entire the content that she has spoken. Like whatever she was speaking, she always tried to relate it to the springboard, basically the theme which she has chosen, which I really felt very nice. And while she was also introducing the speakers or other role takers, she has got like very good pauses at the right points, which is very good. And she has used multiple phrases, like once we finish the break, she used springing back into action right after that, and then every great leap has a landing, bounce between opposites, scintillating, and so on. And yeah, moving on, coming to the speakers, first speaker is Jay. I think one thing I have seen in his speeches, he has used multiple anaphors. So starting with you chose, and starting with it's a burden, it's a statement, choose respect, choose goodwill, time is, right? So he has used multiple statements starting with the same word or phrases, which felt very nice to me. And at the same time, he used some phrases such as insurance against uncertainty. And also, something that I really remember is the full form of IST, which is Indian Stretchable Time, which are good. And he has used only a single time. And even his grammar was good. I couldn't find anything else in his speech. And moving on to the second speaker, I think Sanjay has started with a question which immediately engaged the audience, and he used multiple anecdotes from his school where he had different options to choose from different sports. So good. And also his pauses were really good, though I felt that he could have reduced pauses to a little less number, because they were little more. And he used statements like resilience always beats raw ability, dreams impossible, inevitable, and so on. And yeah, apart from that, I would also like to highlight the people who have used word of the day. I think Priya has used, Prapurna has used, both the speakers, Jay, Sanjay has used, and from table topics only Prapurna has used. And sorry if I have missed any other things. Overall, there were very nice usages of rhetorical devices. The only improvement that I could see is at few places the pauses are little longer than what is needed, and also a little bit of ahs and ums here and there. But considering the time spent by each speaker, the number of ahs or the number of ums that were used were like far lesser. So yeah, so that's pretty much my report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sri Harsha. So I would like to give my report on Toastmaster Sri Harsha's language evaluator report. So Toastmaster Sri Harsha, you have done a beautiful job as a language evaluator. You have given the word of the day. You have posted it in the chat box in the start of the meeting, and that is easy to use, and people have used it throughout the meeting. And what else you could have done better is, so before the start of table topic section, you could have mentioned the you it in the word of the day catalyst again in the chat box, so that it will emphasize the table topic speaker to use that. And also, when you are presenting your report, you could have shared your screen of the report that you have prepared, so that you could post that later in the group. We could have used what are the things that we might have missed, who else is doing, what are the mistakes we have done. So these are the two recommendations for you. Overall, you have done great job as a language evaluator. Now let us invite Toastmaster Renu for sharing the timer report. Okay, before that, let me invite Toastmaster, our listener, Toastmaster Pratibho. Pratibho, over to you.
Yeah, so thank you, General Evaluator, for introducing me. So, as we come to the end of our meeting, now we will have to check that if we have been listening very carefully. So, I'll ask 3 or 4 questions to see that. So, my first question being, what did Jay's father always tell him regarding punctuality without turning it into a lecture? Any guesses?
Punctuality shows the respect you have for others.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, there is one specific phrase I'm looking for that if anybody has remembers.
Only
Time is
time is
our
in
time,
our control.
others. We cannot.
I think I heard the correct one. Can there someone please speak again?
I'm evaluator, so I heard clearly that uh, the time is only in our control and nothing else.
Yeah, that is exactly the correct answer. Uh, very nice. So that was the first question. Now the second question. When did Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta run his first full marathon?
15 years after his
December.
graduation, right? Ah,
December. I'm looking for the
December
yeah.
2025.
this is not 25.
December 2025.
Yeah, December 2025, but like I am asking for the date, uh,
He
the date.
said 12th.
The answer, according to me, is 14 December, which it's a pretty close guess though. 12 December and December 2025 is always the correct answer. Okay, so next. Okay, so this is a little bit of a self-referential question. So, during the table topic, when rules no longer protect yourself, you must protect yourself. During that, Toastmaster Pratibho, alluded to a fictional character. Can you tell us which fictional character I was referring to?
Batman.
Batman.
Okay, good. You guys were listening to me then. Okay. So my final question. This can have multiple answers, but I'll adept with just one. So, in the table topic, silence is a crime, not a choice. There were many punchlines which were told from both the speakers. Can anyone give one example?
Teammate being bullied?
Toastmaster
Um,
Pratibho, you will help to help us.
Rules, rules are there to develop a system, bring discipline.
yeah, sure. That is okay. What like I had some punchlines which I would have preferred the most, but nevertheless they qualify as good answers. I was looking for silence is rarely neutral. That is a pretty good punchline according to me. Uh, do I have much time left, Toastmaster Renu?
And wrap
Uh,
up.
I, yeah,
It's
I think we
already
have to
ready.
wrap up. So, nevertheless, I think that we have listened very carefully in this meeting, and I would like to hand back the control to our general evaluator, Prapurna AVLS. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratibho, for a wonderful listener report. And all the questions were good, and particularly that Batman question was good that you have asked as self-referential question. The only recommendation to you is when someone is speaking, you might not be knowing who is speaking, so you could have asked them to raise the hands before the start of asking the questions. That's the only recommendation that I have for you. Now let us invite our timer for sharing her report. Toastmaster Renu.
I've shared my timer report. As you can see, both the speakers have qualified for the polls, but the evaluators, the first two evaluators, Sunil, Gupta, and Chitrangana, they have gone over time, so they are not qualified for the polls. Yeah, that is all. Rest all the role takers were quite in time. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renu, for such a short and concise report. The only recommendation for you is when you have introduced your role, the introduction took a bit longer. So I would recommend to keep it short during your introduction. Apart from that, you have done a marvelous job as a timer. So let me give my report from the start of the meeting. So, starting with Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Esha has done a wonderful job as a timer. Sergeant at Arms. She has told everything, like all the specifications that you need to follow during this online meeting, and she has introduced the presiding officer beforehand. So wonderful job, Toastmaster Isha. The only recommendation to you is when you are introducing someone, tell the name at least, so that we will be knowing that you are introducing presiding officer. So next coming to presiding officer, Toastmaster Samita. Samita has done a wonderful job as a PO, like always. She has taken the guest introduction. She has introduced the Toastmasters for the guests, and the new members. A new member who has joined our club has been introduced by her, and she has also alerted regarding the contest season that are, and also regarding the our club goat has become medley distinguished. She has represented everything as a presiding officer. No recommendations for her as well. So coming to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya. What a wonderful topic. Vocal springboard. Where I'm preparing the yesterday's poster only, I was very curious what it might be. So, and you have done justice to your topic, and the way you have engaged us with your like quiz kind questions, the activities that you made us do, very impressive. And you have done everything as a team, or like calling distinguished toastmasters, referring to distinguished toastmasters and toastmasters, and following the checklist that you have given. So overall, no recommendations to you. You have done a wonderful job as a toastmaster of the day. Now let us hear it for our table topics master. Our table topics master is distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. He has done a beautiful job as a table topics master. He has given almost 7 questions, 7 topics for us during the table topic session, and they are all very nice. We can easily speak on them, and the table topic session is very engaging. The only recommendation is our table topic session that is there in the meeting poster is yin yang table topics, which I didn't understand, but I was very curious. So there might be guests who might be interested what it might be. So instead of introducing it as a debate kind, we have introduced what is that yin yang table topics. Only that is a recommendation. This is my general evaluator report for today's meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you very much for that wonderful evaluation to Madam General Evaluator and the entire TEL team for such an energetic and such a wonderful feedback, so constructive. It is definitely going to give all of us, I'm sure, more inputs which will propel us and help us to become greater speakers and communicators. With that, keeping in mind the shortage and the time on hand, I would just like to say that today, in this meeting, we have seen how all our voices have soared, lifted each other, and inspired us to keep going ahead, keep excelling and propelling ourselves on the vocal springboard. Thank you so much, and I hand over the virtual stage to Toastmaster Samita Kar, our presiding officer. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Priya Singh, for such a wonderful topic. Not only did you speak, you made us also think about the topic, much like our Toastmaster of the table topic master, who made us think. Similarly, you also made us think about the words to be used. Thank you so much for that. Now, for Gabby's, you have this wonderful opportunity. Because not only one meeting, we have 2 meetings per week. And what that translates into is that you can complete your path really quick because you have a lot of scope to take up your speeches. You can practice your evaluation. You can also, we have 2 meetings, means many rules are there which can be picked up. Right now, Toastmaster has changed its rules and there are lots of rules to be taken up. So please reach out to the VP Education of the respective clubs. They will arrange if there is scope. I also have to say the rosters get filled up really fast. So I'll tell you that don't wait. Don't wait till it's too late. You can just start preparing for your roles. Here in the Gappies, I know all of y'all are eager to participate. You will be getting all the instructions. Dates have already been given. Please start writing and practicing. And if you need some help, do reach out to us. We will be there to guide you, help you. Are there any guests? We would like to take a quick feedback. Priyanka Kohli? Yes. Are you a guest or a Toastmaster?
I'm a guest, ma'am.
Yes. You have stayed for the full meeting. Can you give us a feedback?
It is very interactive and I actually like the session. This is my first time attending Toastmasters. And it is really giving an opportunity to everyone to talk and, evaluate their highs and lows and come up with recommendations to speak better. Yeah, the way people are using all those anaphors, metaphors, or whatever. I'm not really sure of what they are actually, but I have to Google it going back, logging out after this. So it's a new learning to me as well. Yeah, I really liked the session, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please join us and you will get to know more about meetings in the coming sessions. Yes, Parisa, you wanted to say?
Yeah, so I am like I've just joined Toastmasters. I've been here for 4 or 5 months, and I have my contest coming up. So my senior told me, to maybe look out for evaluations, speeches, and I think this was one of the best platforms or like clubs to do that because your meetings are conducted in such a professional manner, and I personally feel you're truly the goats. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please do come to our meetings. We would love to have you. And now we are waiting for only one thing that every meeting comes to an end. The dessert after a lunch or a sumptuous dinner, you wait that where is that dessert? And the dessert of this meeting is getting the results of who was the best speaker, best evaluator, and of course, table topic speakers, role takers. And we are
You know what?
waiting. Every time in our meeting, we have the first best auxiliary role taker. That is none other than our guest who has come and taken up the language evaluator role to Master Sri Harsha. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Main role taker is our TMOD of the day and TTM of the day. Both of them have done a wonderful job. Thank you so much. And speaker. Now, both of them were really good. And we have a tie today. Both the speakers, Sanjay and Jay, both are the best speakers. And table topic speaker, the topics were really something to think about. But who won? It is Chitrangana, who has won the table topic and best evaluator. Truly yours. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you on Saturday at 10 a.m. I hereby adjourn the meeting. Good night. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks, everyone.
Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.